As all of you know, this is a very honorable position to achieve. It's the first step in the regional vice president category. Becoming an RVP is really a great accomplishment. And now we have the opportunity to put these people in the very first step towards that goal of becoming a senior vice president. And this is called RVP.
Hi, Greg.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, Greg.
Good.
Hey, Rick. How are you, sir?
Fantastic, buddy.
Good. Thanks for being on again. You guys doing well?
Yeah, man.
Good. We're good. We're excited to be here again.
Hey, Mary, did you go home and sleep or no?
I know. She has the same exact.
I dressed up the same.
You're amazing. Well, good to have you on this Zoom call, and I want to congratulate you again for your RVP promotions. And I just thought it'd be a good thing for us to do today, just to connect and to have the ACN family hear your story about, you know, what you guys did before ACN, what Mara continues to do, what your journey was like on the way to becoming regional vice presidents, and how you're feeling right now.
Awesome. Babe, you want to
Sure.
start?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, thank you so much, Greg, for just spending this few moments with us. It really meant a lot just to have this as human as possible. And I miss you. We miss you.
I miss you guys too.
I know. I'm Mara. I moved from the Philippines in 2006 to live the American dream. Always wanted to experience what it is to be an American, what it is to have it all, you know. I moved here when I was 22, 23 years old, March 2006. I clearly remember, and I started my life in the streets of San Francisco, painting faces for $25 per face to get to school, to get by. And somebody told me, you got to get to New York. If you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. So I moved to New York, worked my way up. I didn't know how it was to pay a bill. I didn't know how it was to buy a fork for my own apartment, you know, and I didn't know that a bed is very expensive. So my friend told me to buy egg crates in Target and put it on the floor, spread it on the floor because snow is quite cold. I've never experienced snow. Put a thick blanket on the floor. And that's how my life got started. I worked my way to Presbyterian Hospital, and somebody told me if I looked at other ways of making money. And now I'm looking at you.
That's so good.
I love it.
Mary, you're an inspiration to thousands of people.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's wonderful.
And
Rick, tell us about you, buddy.
Oh, man, just, you know, born and raised in Brooklyn, in the Coney Island section of Brooklyn. Humble beginnings, tough neighborhood, but great family.
Yes.
You know, family of 6. I'm one of 4 children. My parents were just hardworking people, you know, and married 60 years. And you know, school was something I couldn't wait to get into the working world. I always saw my dad working and doing stuff, and high school was kind of it for me, and got lucky out of high school, got a job really quick in the mailroom at Columbia Pictures, which was unbelievable that I was able to even get that, and spent 18 years at Columbia Pictures learning the film and TV industry, worked my way up, and in 1997, I got excited. I wanted to do something else. I felt like I did all I can do at the studios. And then I had an idea to open up an agency to supply the talent for the industry. And just quit my jobs. And, you know, our agency supplied producers, executive producers, directors, and animators for TV and film. And I never owned a business before. Didn't really know what I was doing. And it went gangbusters. And we became one of the
exciting
agencies in the entire country and some parts of the world. And it was amazing. But I'll tell you, and then A&E became one of our biggest clients. A&E, the channel, became one of our biggest clients. And in 2015, when they merged with Lifetime, they wanted to have their own in-house agency, so they decided to acquire ours. So that was a
it, buddy.
That was a big deal. But at that point, I was young. I was like, okay, what are we gonna do? And a friend of ours called us up, asked me if I looked at other ways of making money. Went to a living room, and I was blown away. I was completely blown away. First thing I said was, who invented this? Why didn't I think of this? And when he got to box number 6, I threw my credit card across the room, landed on the ottoman in front of him. I said, I don't need to hear anymore. I walked out of the living room, went into the kitchen. I said, just tell me what to do. And
beautiful.
It's just an unbelievable ride so far, you know. It's been amazing.
I love it. And something very special happened with each of you independently being a part of ACN. Tell everybody how ACN had brought you guys together.
Yeah. It's funny when when you're so focused on just you developing, you just reaching for your goals. I was traveling through Europe. I was building my ACN business in Europe, and then flew into Chicago and Mexico. So that was my route. I decided to come back to New York for 5 days to do my laundry. And then I got invited by Regional Vice President Ruman Riazul they were launching the Long Island Marketplace. So, you know, I was leaving again for Europe after 2 days. So I said, why not, you know? And I went to Long Island. Rick was there. We don't know each other. We kind of know of each other, but we really don't know each other. And babe, you want to continue?
Sure, you met Rick on laundry duty.
Yeah.
On laundry duty. That Wednesday night.
It was amazing because, you know, I remember Ruman, he said, hey, can you come out? You know, I'm in New York my whole life, man. I know what traffic is like and where to be and where not to be on certain times.
Sure.
He asked me to come out to the deep part of Long Island on a Wednesday rush hour. I said, man, you know I love ACN and I love you, man. And so I took that drive out, and Mara was one of the trainers that evening. I was one of the trainers, a couple other people. And, you know, I finished my portion of the training. Mara had to do mindset, and I was just watching her, and I was just blown away. I said, like, who is this? Who is this woman? And, you know, asked her to go to dinner. She was actually in the middle of traveling. So a week later, we got together. Nice. And we went to a restaurant, and all we talked about was ACN.
He said, are you ready to get started? Keep it simple. Are you ready to get started?
And we were just sharing ideas about, you know, how we're building. And I was like, listen, I got to show you the clothes, man. If you can't close people, it was just great. And it's just been an amazing ride. And I'm so glad that not only that I met my beautiful bride, but also it would have been hard pressed for me to date anyone or find someone who didn't understand ACN or didn't get it right away.
Sure.
I was just so lucky that I found someone who was like-minded, loved the same company that I was building, and she was already off to an amazing start. So it just worked.
Nice. And now the both of you are regional vice presidents.
Oh, what a blessed. What that's so nice to hear, Greg.
You know, yeah, that's you know, we got into the business. I know, you know, senior vice president is our goal, and we you know, we will be senior vice presidents. And but I'll tell you, we've learned so much. You know, I never did a business like this before in my entire life. Neither did Mara. Didn't really know what to expect.
Sure.
And we had to grow. We had to learn. It's nothing like any other business I've been involved in or had myself. And but I'll tell you that if you just follow the system and follow the leaders and what they've gone through, you can really do something special. And that's all we did is just chip away and chip away, even when it was really uncomfortable. And even when, you know, things weren't working the way we thought they would, or how come things aren't working because we were working so hard and we were just doing everything necessary. but the chips didn't always fall our way, and a lot of personal development, a lot through the course.
Yes. Well, you learn a lot during those tough times, don't you?
Oh my God.
You learn about who you are. You learn about what you're about, you know, and I believe those tough times not only build character, but they reveal your character.
Oh, you couldn't be more right. And just, you know, you just kind of learn how to handle situations better. And not only, I know, and I can speak for Mara as well, this has bled into our personal life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like how we handle life and how we handle, you know, certain things, and how you become a better son, a better, you know, I have 2 children, you know, from a previous marriage, and it just, you become just a better person. And that's why our relationship just works with ease, because we're better as a couple, and better as
absolutely. And Mara's able to build her business, her clinic at the same time. What a blessing it is.
Yeah, I always wanted to build urgent care centers. My family's a lot are physicians. My dad's a lawyer, but when I came here, I was told that you have to work till 67 to retire at $3,000 a month. I never understood what time and a half meant. I didn't understand what overtime meant. I was just in awe of everything's too big. Like a lemon is too big, you know, the tomatoes are too big, you know, everything, the soda's too big, everything's too big. So it didn't appeal to me at 22, you know, to retire, to wait till 67 to be labeled $3,000 a month, no matter how hard you work. So I was open. It actually took me 4 years. I kept walking out of a presentation. But what I realized is you really have to be professional in any craft you do, especially in network marketing, because a lot of people dabble into it. You know, a lot of people are amateurs, but when you present it professionally, you attract people in this business, you know, because it's really a blessed company. And it's really a complete no-brainer. It's a straightforward business. And so, you know, it allowed me, ACN allowed me to have that guts to, and the mindset to just shift, and even the financial support to walk away from a full-time job at 31 years old. July 30th, 2015, I left Presbyterian Hospital for full-time. And a year after that it opened so much to me, you know, opened so much doors. I was able to partner with 2 amazing physicians, and now we have our own clinic here in the Bronx. And, you know, Greg, sometimes I think things you pray for patience right away. Like, God, give me patience right now. You know, sometimes you question, why am I not hitting regional vice president yet? Why, you know, why? And then when we hit RVP during the quarantine time, March 25th, 2020, it was, the pandemic is going on. People are very confused, rattled, and just the emotions are everywhere. Rick and I were looking at each other, and we were like, God is so funny. He works in mysterious ways. He let us reach this position at this time because he knew somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to breathe life to people, you know,
yes.
and we're just blessed to reach it at the perfect time.
Well, it's exciting for me to see what the both of you have been able to accomplish in spite of the odds. You know, you say that ACN's a no-brainer. That doesn't mean it's easy.
No.
You got to work hard, and you must sacrifice, as you well know. But you know, what we do just makes sense. I mean, who would not want to get paid on bills that people are spending money on anyway? You know,
and yeah, it's just you're so right. But you know, but Greg, one thing I'll tell you is that you have to practice what you learn. You have to apply what you learn in this business. And
yeah,
you know, from our first convention, you know, I didn't go kicking and screaming. I was excited to go because there wasn't.
Me too.
You know, I was like, wow, there's a convention. I've never been to a convention. I've been in the film industry for years.
Yeah.
And you know, going there, it was just a little overwhelming. You know, just didn't know whether to go out and party or hang out in the arena and really listen to what was going on. Just didn't know who to follow. But I don't remember much, but it's your closing remarks that till today, and even when we made the decision to go RVP in December, you know, we always go back to your closing remarks. And, you know, what you said was you're not going to become an SVP by hanging out with other SVPs. It's not going to happen by osmosis, you know, and you said you have to see the people tell the story. See the people tell the story.
Yes.
And if you're not seeing the people and you're not telling the story, you're never going to be able to find people like you and I. I remember that verbatim. And that's what I took away from that one convention. And every time our business is not where we thought it should be or why it's not where it is, we go back to that. Because if you're just showing the business, everything is possible.
Yes.
So, you know, that's one thing that I know I took away, and Mara and I, even on our wall in our place, there's two things: persist without exception with the proper posture. The people tell the story. That's all that's there.
That's beautiful. Well, those are two mainstays of how we built this company. And I love being in business with the both of you. You are a great example of why ACN is the company that we are today. You know, we've been able to attract such great quality people over the last 27 years. We have created an opportunity that puts people in an environment that if they're willing to pay the price and sacrifice, you truly can win for yourselves and for your families. And you guys have shown the world that it can be done. And at the same time, build another successful business, build a series of clinics in New York, which is not easy to do. So I want to congratulate the both of you. And you mean a lot to ACN. I know that you have great influence in your communities. You're going to make a difference in your communities because of the offering that you can give people with this opportunity. And it's going to be an exciting future. And I can't wait to see how it all unfolds for the both of you and your families. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Greg. And thank you for getting us together. My husband, you found my husband for me.
An added benefit.
You know, it's, yeah. Thank you so much.
That's the icing on the cake there.
I love it. I love it.
And you know, Greg, you know, before we end this call, I just want to say that it's not hard to be excited about ACN. And the reason why it's not hard to stay excited is because you and the other co-founders stay excited.
Yes.
And you're always being innovative and changing and developing and growing and adding and adjusting. It just, we were talking about this the other day, how it's just, it never cease to amaze how you continue to evolve and not stay status quo.
Yes.
And we want to thank you for that, because that just keeps us going.
Well, you got to remain relevant.
Absolutely.
Love it. Well, have a great day, you guys. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Greg.
Look forward to seeing you soon.
Okay, buddy. Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.